we have any idea what we're going to talk about?
No idea. We wing this all the time, I swear.
Prices are still up over last year, a little bit, kind of.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not as...
Okay, well, we're done. Hey, if you have any questions with the real estate market,
and cuts.
And cut. We're done. Okay, well, good to see you again, Kate.
Yeah, great.
See you next month. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It is Pete and Kate here with your monthly market update for the month of March.
March 2025 in Calgary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alberta.
Here's what's going on, and there's a lot going on in terms of a lot not going on.
Yes.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Exactly.
Yeah. So
yes.
what's not going on, Kate?
Sales. Sales are not going on at all. Sales are down year over year by almost 19%, so about 18.8%.
Yeah, down about a fifth from what we were doing last year at this time.
Yes.
And remember last year we were saying we could have been selling more if we had more inventory. So what's interesting is new listings are coming on like mad, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. They're coming up like mad crazy. We're about up 26.7% compared to what we were last year.
Yeah.
And that means even our inventory is also...
Yeah, we're getting, new listings are coming on 25% faster than they were, which of course is meaning that the inventory is actually starting to pile up as well. Our inventory is up 100% over what it was last year. So again, like we said last month, this could sound really, really striking, and it probably is. But the reality is last year was such an anomaly that we're actually still, we're dipping now into a bit of a buyer's market. But it's not a crazy buyer's market. We're not seeing price declines. We're not seeing, we're just not seeing multiple offers anymore and stuff like that. But homes are still selling. You got to be priced right. You got to be competitive. You can't assume that you're going to get multiple offers the first weekend. Yeah, the market's changed to the point where, I mean, if, you have to make sure that your house is priced right now.
Exactly.
And if the house isn't priced right and it hasn't sold in the first couple of weeks, you probably want to get aggressive on it and probably adjust your price quicker than you would in some markets.
Yeah.
Just because basically buyers have lots of choices now.
Yeah.
They don't have to buy your home, and if you don't want to negotiate, they're fine going to somewhere else because they can.
Exactly.
They have a lot more options than they did. In terms of months of supply, even, we've seen that change pretty radically, haven't we?
Oh, dramatically. Right now, it's almost up by 150%, which sounds crazy.
Except...
Yeah, exactly. Except it's only 2.5 months, which is pretty...
Yeah, pretty balanced.
Yeah, pretty balanced.
That's actually a pretty normal market.
Yeah.
So when you see, and this is the problem with looking at comparisons year over year. It's like when you're comparing it to a crazy, I almost said a bad word, a crazy year like last year, that it looks like it's a crazy year this year, but we've actually, at this point, returned to a balanced market. Now, prices are pretty much where they were last year, right? We've seen some areas, we're up about 4%, 5% in some market segments, but for the most part, we're right where we were, so.
Yeah, we're seeing most of, I just kind of wanted to point this out. When it comes to inventory, we're seeing a lot more in the multifamily units. That's where we're seeing a lot more of the inventory coming up right now. Yeah.
And a lot of that is even, there's just a lot of building going on with condos over the last year and stuff, too. The building permits were up significantly last year over the year before, so you're starting to see that inventory come onto the market and stuff like that now, too. But, the reality about this market is it's still really... It's not even so much about the election. It's about Trump.
No. Yeah, and it's tariffs.
It's a weird situation we're in. We're having a federal election, and when you turn on the news, it's like the third thing to come up.
Yeah.
We first have to hear about Trump and about tariffs and stuff, and then it's like, normally if there's a federal election, headline news comes on, it's all about the federal election, but this tariff situation and stuff is just driving everybody crazy. Yeah. Seems like Trump just thinks this is just a silly game he can play. Take the tariffs on, pull them off, put them back on, take them off. We don't even know where we're at. So you can't really blame people for sort of wanting to sit on their hands and go, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm going to see how this lands.
Exactly. That's the majority of the calls that I'm taking right now is a lot of clients are just uncertain about what to do because, again, like you said, he just keeps saying, okay, we're going to do it. Now we're not going to do it. So there's just a lot of uncertainty right now with the market.
Yeah. Now, that being said, if you're buying, if you want to move,
Yes.
you're selling your house and you're probably buying in the same market.
Yes.
So
exactly.
it probably doesn't make that much difference. I mean, the reality is if the market takes off,
Yeah.
you might get more for your house, but then you got to pay
True.
more for your next place.
Yeah.
If the market crashes, you're not going to get anything for your house and you won't have to pay much for your next
For
house.
the next one.
But the
exactly.
reality is, as long as you're buying and selling in the same, where this really affects the real estate market is if you're an investor. You're saying, do I want to buy a bunch of
Yeah.
houses right now, or do I want to sell a bunch of
That's
them?
true.
Which I never recommend, by the way. But we
Yeah.
could talk about that another day. But yeah, in the meantime, when people ask me, and you've heard me say this a million times, but when people say
Yes.
to me, "When's the best time to buy a house?" I always say 20 years ago. And what
Yeah.
that means is buy it now, because in 20 years you'll probably be happy you bought it now.
Exactly.
It's like, so yeah, who knows what the market forecast is. You're going to go on YouTube and you're going to see all kinds of realtors tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you, after 25 years of doing this, they don't know, and no one knows.
No one knows.
So,
No one has a crystal ball.
I don't think the governor or the Bank of Canada knows what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. We're all sort of sitting here waiting to see what the orange man's going to do next. So, so that being said, though, if you want an idea as to where houses are selling at in your neighborhood,
Yes.
get a hold of me or get a hold of Kate. We're always happy to talk to you and give you some good information about what's going on locally in your market, and then helping you make the best decisions in terms of, how to get more for your house, how to sell it
Exactly.
quicker, whether right now is a good idea for because every neighborhood has its own ebbs and flows. Some neighborhoods have very low inventory, even in a market like this. Some neighborhoods have piles.
Yeah.
But we can watch those markets for you too, and even tell you when to pull the trigger and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
give us a shout anytime. To get a hold of you, Kate, again, they text you, right?
They can text.
The kids?
The kids.
The kids text you?
Yeah, no one likes taking calls anymore in my generation. They're like, they see a call, they're like, ignore.
Weirdo. Why is he
Yeah,
phoning?
why? Like, who calls?
But you can call Kate.
Yes, I actually
And-
like calling. I
Yes.
prefer to talk to someone over the phone than.
So
Doing
call
this.
Kate or text Kate. But either
Yes.
way, at the same number.
Yes, same number, 403-615-2346.
Yeah. And to get a hold of me, just go to my MySpace. No, I'm kidding. To get a hold of me, you can phone me or text me as well. My phone number, I'm a very modern man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
403-818-7310, or as we say in Dutch, 403-818-7310. That's not a joke. That's really how you say it.
I should learn some Dutch.
You should learn how do you say your number in Tagalog?
Oh, that's going to take me forever because I got to go. Isa, dalawa, tatlo,
Okay,
apat.
well, we don't have that kind of time. Salamat po anyways,
Yes.
though. Yes, next time. Anyways, you want to get a hold of us, that's the best way. Otherwise, you can
Yes.
always email us, kate@280keys.com, pete@280keys.com. You can go to our website. It's at 280keys.com. You can phone us at 280keys.com. You just can't text us there. Or I think that's about it.
That's
the
about
280
it.
keys.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And but we'd always love to talk to you about real estate or
Yes.
politics or religion.
Anything. Well,
Yeah. Look forward to hearing from you anytime. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and
like
hit that bell. Is that a thing?
notifications.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hit
The
the
little
notifications bell.
notification thingy.
And don't forget to share this with your friends and family.
Yes.
And yeah, all that stuff.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Have
All
an
the
awesome
things.
weekend and an awesome day. And we'll talk to you in a month. Thanks.
Bye, guys.